take a look at what we thought was the toughest region going into the tournament, with North Carolina as a 1, Kentucky a 2, UCLA a 3. We'll see the Bruins on the court along with the other top seeds. We did see Minnesota, and I mentioned this, double-digit seed, beating a Big Ten team that was also in a 12-5 matchup, Middle Tennessee. We shouldn't be surprised. I don't know if you didn't remember what happened last year, because Middle Tennessee did the exact same thing to Michigan State, and they do it to Minnesota today, or yesterday.
Well, and Minnesota's defense has always been really strong. That's one of their features that they tout throughout the season, and Blue Raiders stood up to it, and that's really what it was all about for this game. 81-72 victory, so it ended up being a little bit closer than I think that people thought, because Middle Tennessee State has a pretty dominant roster, even better than the last roster that we saw them present in the NCAA tournament. But Minnesota goes home, and again, another knock on the Big Ten. This Big Ten was pretty interesting in terms of how they were seeded and now how they're falling, or just how they're performing in this tournament.
Well, we remember when they did the top 16 reveal, the selection committee did not have a single representative of the Big Ten in the top 4 seeds.
There you go.
And now it's kind of like, okay, they were a little upset, like, hey, how could you leave all of us out? At least put one team in there. It's kind of looking like the selection committee maybe knew what they were talking about.
Right.
There's still time. I mean, we can still see Big Ten. Hey, we could still see multiple teams get into the Final Four from the Big Ten. But early on, it looks like the selection committee had that right as far as the Big Ten is concerned. By the way, Butler also advancing there over Winthrop, so it's going to be a tough matchup there for Middle Tennessee, I think, to knock off the Bulldogs of Butler.
Yeah, absolutely.